All right, and welcome everybody from YouTube and also here on Twitch. That's a good point. We got this zombie song going in the background with our Golgari Undergrowth deck. Of course, you're watching on YouTube, you don't get to hear the music, but that's okay. So this is what we got. We got Golgari Undergrowth Spider here today. We got a donation deck for this one. This is a popular donation deck for us to play, where really what we're trying to do is outgrind opponents and do the normal Golgari mid-range thing, but have our top end be just ridiculous with the help of Izoni and Hatchery Spider. These two cards are incredibly powerful on the top end, so we're gonna hopefully draw them at the right time and kind of do some crazy stuff with that. So let's go ahead and get to the games, and we'll see how this Golgari Undergrowth deck does. Spicy Spiders. No, instead of Wild Growth Walker, we're playing the 3/1 that will self mill 3. We're playing that card. So, yep, no Wild Growth Walker on turn 2 to go into Jade Light. But we're gonna be self milling ourselves a little bit to be able to help out our Izoni and Hatchery Spiders. There's not a whole lot of like burn decks in the format, kind of just in general. We do have a couple Wild Growth Walkers in the sideboard, but yeah, we got Big Vraska, which is another awesome hit off of Hatchery Spider. A lot of times when we play this deck with Hatchery Spider, we really want to hit Vivian or Vraska a lot of times. And remember that the card you put in with Hatchery Spider just goes onto the battlefield. It's not cast. They can't counter it. Like if you and it's a cast trigger, so you can cast Hatchery Spider, and even if they want to counter the spider, you could still like get to like a Big Vraska or a Vivian or something like that and put it in directly into play against decks that are interacting more. Nice, you're getting Torgar as your win condition. Sweet. Okay, so our opponent's Wild Growth walking it up. Let's Jade Light. Kind of want lands. We are gonna have to kill that Wild Growth Walker though. I'm thinking graveyard. Yeah, I'm gonna graveyard. Next turn we get to Glowspore Shaman, and we can mill over 3, and then put a land back on top, and then have Branchwalker draw the land. No land, but we milled over 3 creatures, so that's good for both Izoni and Hatchery Spider. So nothing wrong with that. And we still get to draw the land. So we're gonna have, yeah, like I'm leaving our creatures back to block. Like we want our creatures to be trading, like that. We want the attrition to happen to make Izoni and Hatchery Spider even better. Oh yeah, Chef Steph, I saw that. So is Goblin Lore better than Cathartic? One question, and then second, if it is there not a reason to play Cathartic also? Like, wouldn't Cathartic maybe be better than, I don't know, something else? I could be wrong, but I feel like you'd want Cathartic even with Goblin Lore if you want to play Goblin Lore. Just seems weird not to play Cathartic Reunion in Dredge, because that card is very good. Hey, how out today? down. Okay, now next turn we have a big Izoni or a Carnage Tyrant, and then the following turn we'll have Hatchery Spider for 6. 6 is certainly the number we want on Hatchery Spider, because that allows us to hit big Vraska and Izoni and Carnage Tyrant, but of course we got those other 6s in our hand. Just can't find room. What do I want to play? I think I want to play Carnage Tyrant first. I think just waiting on Izoni is fine because it's just going to get better and better. It's hard to fit Find Finality in this because we need you need a whole lot of creatures for Izoni and Spider. You know, like when you're milling stuff over, you can't really be milling over a bunch of spells. So it's pretty difficult. My opponent may not even trade here. I want them to trade. They may not even trade. Yeah, that was maybe a bad attack. Down, down, down. We'll go Vraska.
Fight them, you maggots!
That's what I was trying to do, Spider for Carnage Tyrant. We got a Vraska, though. That's still a really good Spider. Alright, opponent's putting us down to 1 with this attack. Doesn't Spider make Izoni weaker? How? How would that be?
Make your captain proud.
Alright, let's get some defense. If Vraska Relic Seeker Ultimate's here, that should be game for us. They just used the Contempt last turn, so they may not have another Contempt. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you thought we were taking a card out of the graveyard. Yeah, we don't take a card out of the graveyard with Spider. Yeah. Another Contempt. That's rude.
I make my own decisions.
So Find Finality, specifically Finality, would be the best thing our opponent could draw. As long as they don't draw that for a couple turns, they're going to be dead. No, I trade with a 2-1 instead of Choop because I didn't really want them to have Choop in their graveyard. Choop's just such a good card to have in the graveyard. I was going to have, like, you know, 2-2 or 2-3. Like, I was going to have other things that can deal with this Choop. I don't think that the, you know, making a 2-1. You know, like, I don't think that really matters too much, but I think Chupacabra in the graveyard could be bad. Yeah, I'm not... Next turn, I'm not casting... Okay, not Finality. It's giving them one chance with that Finality because I wanted to get Vraska down, but next turn I was going to be using... I was just going to be using Izoni's ability to sack insects and gain life there the following turn. So they had one turn to draw Finality there. All right, so that's what our deck does. We get to catch up from behind and use Izonian Hatchery Spider to really pull ahead. So perfect. Sideboarding wise, is there really anything to do sideboarding wise? Like, do I want to take Cast Down out? Could probably take out Cast Down. Make us a little weaker to Wild Growth Walker, but we got Chupacabra and stuff. I think we want to play Find Finality over Cast Down. Detection Tower. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could play it. I mean, I would have to cut it. I think I have to cut a card for it. I don't really want to cut one of my colored sources. Like this deck, we have a lot of black and green color requirements, so I don't really want to cut any land. And I don't know if I really want Detection Tower over any spell. Maybe I should be playing Third Contempt. I don't really know for what. I'm going to just keep this. Yeah, we can block Carnage Tyrant. Well, this isn't my deck list. Like, this is a donation deck. So, you know, I didn't put Detection Tower in there. So I don't have a reason for you to have Detection Tower in the sideboard. It would certainly be for this matchup, but I just don't think it's... Myself, I don't think it's worth it over anything else. Actually, I don't hate that. Saymois says, would it be bad to play 61 cards and just have the Detection Tower in there? I wouldn't hate that. I really wouldn't hate that. No, we don't have any Wild Growth Walkers in our main deck. Let's go Squire. Squire has a better chance of being able to block the Wild Growth Walker. Because, yeah, now it's a 2-3. If they explore one time, we get to block it. Brontodon. Alright, well, I'm glad we don't have 63 to 25 lands right about now. We already got our 7 lands. Correct, Vulnerable God. If our opponent has Carnage Tyrant and also has Finality, there's a good chance that we lose. Correct. If they have, you know, like the two of the most powerful cards in their deck, and they have them both, there's a good chance we lose. So we get to trade Merfolk Branchwalker for Wild Growth Walker. That's a good trade. Get to trade a 2-1 for a Wild Growth Walker. I like that trade. Did our opponent order them where Seeker Squire? Okay, there it goes. No attacks. So we'll have Branchwalker next turn, then Relic Seeker, then Hatchery Spider. So Hatchery Spider right now is looking at probably only probably only 5 for Undergrowth. You know, like the 2 that we already have plus these 2 creatures. I would like Branchwalker to get a creature here and put a creature in the graveyard. I would like that. Do not want another land. Yeah, I wanted that to be also just be a 3/2. Yeah, like that would have been nice. I guess if they were behind, yeah, it's unfortunate for us that they didn't just naturally draw Soot and they got to explore it over. Because, yeah, that's of course not that good of a card here. It's tough to beat. I don't think we do beat that. Alright, come on, Finality. Doesn't even save us. Ugh, another land. Surprisingly enough, I think if we just switch who's on the play and draw there, you know, if we're on the play and would have had, like, you know, Vraska in play the turn before and so on, we would have got to Hatchery Spider, which would have been really nice for us. Do I want Ritual of Soot? Ritual of Soot may be good for me. Is that better than Find Finality? I think Find Finality... Yeah, we do play big stuff. I don't want it on the play. On the play, I want to just try to have that same kind of curve we just had. I just want to play creatures, hit land drops, and get to the big stuff. I don't want to have cards like Ritual of Soot distracting with that. Ritual of Suit. Correct. Yep. Ritual of Soot would kill Wild Growth Walker. Yeah. Flying Ling. Be nice. Come on. It's not necessary. Hey Dash Assault, good evening. Branchwalker would fill our curve kind of between like this Jadelight Chupacabra and into the Carnage Tyrant, but it's also good for us to get creatures in the graveyard. So I'm going to put it in the graveyard and we can kind of find other things to fill the curve. Most likely that is. Like that. So I went to Chupacabra the Brontodon. I think so. You know, we haven't seen like a Wild Growth Walker or anything like that. I think this is good where we get to like get this attack in for 6 here and really put pressure on our opponent. I think that's good. I'm not playing the Hedon's Climb list today. You can see the decks that we're playing today over here. I'm probably going to play that deck again tomorrow. It's been a few days since I played it. Midnight Reaper is really not that bad for me. You know, I like trading. And I like my opponent taking damage. So usually I hate it when my opponent plays Midnight Reaper, but honestly, like in this scenario, it's not that bad. They go to 8, we get more creatures in the graveyard. No, I'm not really a fan of root beer floats too much. I don't really have a sweet tooth. I don't like soda. I liked root beer floats whenever I was a kid. Oh, that's a killer. Wild Growth into Jade Light. Instantly undo all the aggro stuff I was doing in this game. That's all Vulnerable God's fault for saying Walker Jade Light incoming. You're not supposed to just say the best possible thing their opponent could have and say that incoming, so then they'll have it. That's the only time they have it. Hey B-Rax. Best be junding it up the next set. Oh, we'll be junding it up. We're gonna be putting together everything. So thank you so much for that sub there. Sub number 5. Alright. And looks like we're gonna need to rely on our very good top end of our deck to help get us through this. So we're looking at, for Vivian, Vraska, Spider, Izoni wouldn't be bad. Want all that kind of stuff. There we go.
Stand aside. Oh, I'm just getting started.
Honestly, I honestly don't know if that's better than ticking up. Yeah, they were at 8 a little bit ago. No, I don't like Reese's. Alright, so we know they have 2 lands in hand. They don't really have a good attack here. Yeah, they don't have a good attack at all. That's a good draw.
The belligerent needs her crew.
I can kind of just hold this, and if they feel like they have like a good attack and attack on in, or try to just, they may do like some chump attacking because of Midnight Reaper, and then I get to exile Midnight Reaper, and like responding to that. Well, that seems like something I'm gonna have to contempt.
I despise tyrants like you. Take no prisoners.
So I guess I'm just going to use this contempt here on the Relic Seeker. Oh, they should not be attacked with Midnight Reaper, right? Wouldn't it make sense? If you want to chump attack, you chump attack with other things, right? Man, I wish I could just contempt the Reaper. We gotta get Vraska Relic Seeker out of there. Okay. I'll kill Midnight Reaper. They do get to draw a card, and of course it goes to their graveyard for Memorial to Folly, but they already had one in their graveyard for Memorial to Folly anyway.
Crew, attack at will.
Alright, we've had some real good draws here. Last couple turns. And they did get the Midnight Reaper back. Which is kind of telling me, like, you know, like they didn't really draw anything that good. If they're doing that. Attack at will. Nobody attacks. But why does Vraska need to kill the Big Walker? So, like, Spanky's saying you feel like Vraska needs to kill this Big Walker here. The Big Walker still dies to Carnage Tyrant. You know, can't get through Carnage Tyrant. And if they would make it so it could get through Carnage Tyrant, we could just chump block it with a 2/2 that we ticked up that we gained loyalty towards. Future Lifelink won't matter too much if we ultimate this Vraska and put them down to 1. That's good. Get another Choop. To use my treasure. That's fine. Could just go Jade Light. Nah, I like Choop. There's not a great way for me to protect against Finality. There's just not very much for me to do.
Show no mercy.
Vraska has enough loyalty that they're not going to be able to kill Vraska, and then Vraska can minus and kill the whatever creature they put the counters on for Finality. That's good for them. Get their Midnight Reaper back. Now that was incredibly bad for us. Golden Demise? So they just have Ritual of Soot and Golden Demise in their deck? Wow. That was so bad for us. Yeah, Golden Demise is like the perfect card they could have here. That's like they could just get any card in green and black colors in standard and just put it in their hand. That's certainly high up on the list. So for certain that card's blocking that one. If I go block, 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 it take 3. Yeah, I do just have to do a bunch of chump blocking. I think, don't I just chump block 3? So if I chump block with these, then Vraska's taking 6 and goes to 3. But then I only have Carnage Tyrant. And they have a whole bunch of stuff. Is that even worth it? Vraska goes to 5. Yeah, that's worth it.
I will tear you apart. Take no prisoners.
Oh, I just killed Jade Light. I should not have killed Jade Light. They get to get Jade Light back and double explore. Or they may just get Midnight Reaper back. One of those two. That Memorial to Folly, of course, is very good for them. Also.
enough.
Alright, we need a spider. We need a spider and Izoni. Need one of those. So it's 29 cards. Decking them unlikely. Spider does it. Yeah, Spider just puts the card onto play in a cast trigger. If you Spider in a Spider, you don't get anything else. You don't get another trigger. So that doesn't work. But Spider into Izoni would be awesome. I could certainly see them having finality by now, though. They could time out. Could certainly happen. Did they disconnect or something? No, they're looking at their hand. Boros Metal was fun. I liked it. Both of our losses were us just not having any lands to play our spells. They're both keeping 2 landers that didn't draw any lands. Those are our 2 losses. Our opponent must be having internet connections over there, or some internet connection problem or something over there. Yep, Overgrown Tomb is certainly a brick. That's a brick.
My crew is the finest in the seas.
Blech. Speaking of Find Finality, that'd be a good card for us to draw. We could get back Find Broker and Chupacabra, and have the Find Broker get back another Chupacabra. What's the deck I'm having the most fun with that actually has a pretty decent win rate? I'm not sure. There's a lot of decks that I really like. We need Spider. Spider or Izoni. Exactly what we needed. An elf. Elf is like gain 6, which is nice. Get to just block this Wild Growth Walker with it. Of course, after that, you know, with our opponent having that Golden Demise, I certainly wish I would have minused Vraska and killed that Wild Growth Walker. You know, Golden Demise wasn't really on my radar at all. Yesterday we had a 1921 Wild Growth Walker that would have been a whole lot bigger, but, you know, then it got killed at 1921. I mean, yeah, sure, if they have another Golden Demise in hand, it wouldn't help, but I mean, it'd certainly be better than, you know, than drawing lands or Land War Elf. No, we don't have any Ritual of Sets. The only way I'm killing these Wild Growth Walkers, realistically, is drawing Find Finality. I do need all the mana in play as possible, in case we do draw Izoni, to be able to have like the activated abilities for Izoni.
I didn't live through hell to lose.
But then, you know, we don't get to really bluff our opponent at all by having other things. Like, I don't even know if it really is bluffing. Midnight Reaper, Wild Growth Walker, that combination got us real good that match. And of course the, you know, to a lesser extent that Golden Demise, but Wild Growth, Midnight Reaper, Wild Growth Walker was so good. We originally, whenever we first started playing this deck, we were beating Golgari, like we were winning Golgari mirrors, but I haven't won a Golgari mirror with this deck in a long time, and it's frustrating. So we have like, you know, we have a real powerful top end, but just doesn't work out. It's hard beating Midnight Reaper, Wild Growth Walker. Those cards are good. That Golden Demise, though. I think, you know, I thought we were in a great position until that Golden Demise. Are there any decks with Vivian and March? I feel like her Emblem and March would be busted. Well, I got news for you. Vivian Emblem is busted. Doesn't matter if you have March or not. But yeah, like when I was playing Celestia Tokens, I had a bunch of Vivians in my sideboard I would be bringing in. And you know, so that had Vivian and March in it. Alright, come on, land. We just drew so many lands. We can draw one more here, right? Alright. Let's go, Daylight. Attacking with Branchwalker means that we're taking one here because I'm not blocking Hunted Witness. So we are trading 3 damage for 1. Still, it's a fair trade. Don't think I need to find broker back Carnage Tyrant. And while I do want creatures in my graveyard in our deck, I'm not feeling like trading Jadelight Ranger for Hunted Witness is where I want to be. Man, that's why Jadelight Ranger is so good. Just have a full hand again. Just have 7 cards still. So good. Just 3 mana, draw 2, plus put a 2/1 into play. Just Divination with a 2/1. You know, I was worried about lands there with having 2 lands. We drew our 1 land, and then suddenly we just get lots of lands in our hand. So, I'm thinking about trading 2 Jadelight Rangers for 1 Knight token. Certainly trading the 4/3 for a Knight token. That'd be our 4th creature in the graveyard, as far as Izoni is concerned. I think I trade the others. Now I'm certainly going to trade the others. Could just trade him for these two 2/2s. Nah, there's going to be another history coming off. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So we got 6 creatures in the yard. And I'm glad we haven't used the Find Broker yet, because I can have the Izoni block and die, and Find Broker it back. And we can get to go get it back. Hopefully we draw something that costs 3 or less, where I can cast Find Broker plus something else that costs 3 or less. Like a cast down would be nice. I got an elephant? That's rough. Cast down would certainly be nice. That'll do. So we're at 6. Staying alive is gonna be tough. So I'm chumping the Luxodon with 1 beetle. I guess if they don't attack, like, you know, if they attack with these 2/2s, I'm blocking a 2/2 with the Find Broker. Yeah. Alright, so let's go Beetle here, Find Broker there, 2 Beetles there. I guess just 2 Beetles again here. I think I want to, I just want to keep my life total high. So I'm blocking this Hunted Witness too. Play a land. Instigator. Alright, so we go to 4. Another Luxodon? That was the best draw in our deck. No, we don't have any. This is game 1. I don't have any kind of sweepers or anything like that game 1. We'll have Golden Demises and Ritual of Soots in our sideboard. So is this worth it? No, we don't need to kill the elephant. Let's just block here. Let's have Find Broker block one of these. Let's keep some more of those things around. We don't need to kill the elephant. Yeah, they are attacking very cautiously, and then It's everybody. It's like, all right, they're like, venerated Luxodon attack. Venerated Luxodon attack. Huh, you know, like thinking about it. I'm playing this over Vivian because the treasure that we get by killing the Healer's Hawk with Vraska allows us to be able to activate Izoni here as well. I'm just gonna go no attacks. I don't really need to end the game immediately. Okay. Golden Demise, Ritual of Soot. Wild Growth Walker. Find Finality. Golgari Queen. Contempt. May end up cutting some of those. See, Carnage Tyrant comes out. Yeah, I don't know if we need all these Contempts. Or... The Golgari Queen does, you know, come down and it's just 4 mana Abrupt Decay that also then takes some damage because then they attack it. So that's actually not bad. We probably don't need all these Contempts. We can take a Contempt out. Do you take out Llanowar Elf if we're playing Ritual of Soot, Golden Demise, and stuff like that? Or do we keep Llanowar Elf for the speed? We can cut Vivian. And a Vraska. Maybe both of those. Spider, I like Spider. Spider still, like, you know, has reach, which is beneficial, and it can help us find Izoni. I think, you know, we need to have, like, something in the top end, and so, like, it's kind of our card on the top end there. This is 62 currently. I think Glowspore Shaman, I can probably go. That's not gonna like really trade with much. Or like I'm gonna just trim it. We're bringing in the Wild Growth Walkers as other 2-drops. I'm gonna trim some Glowspore Shaman. It doesn't block very well, even though it does block a 1/2 of a history Benalia. Well. Keep. Yeah, we do have Glowspore Shamans in there. We have not been drawing them, that's for sure. I'm playing Woodland Cemetery. If I draw a basic Swamp, I want to be able to play Branch Walker next turn. You know, if we don't draw a basic, then we'll just play the World Folly next turn. Glad I played the Cemetery. Get to play Llanowar Elf. Squire. Vladimus! Getting all the bits in there. Taking over the top spot. Thank you so much, Vladimus. Cheers. Thank you kindly. Pay 2 life to play Branch Walker. Yeah. Everything's going very well tonight. Made a sweet Boros Metal deck. Went 4-2. Then we got a real big donation from J Jack Jr. playing this Golgari Undergrowth deck. We did lose a Golgari mirror the first game, the first match. But we have some hope here. We're up a game and not in a bad spot at all. We're in a pretty bad spot now. That was just a wonderful turn for the opponent. I don't know why they kind of cast those in the wrong order. They should have played the other history and then Luxed on all 5 of those, but whatever. Alright, I think we have to Chupacabra. We could Golgari Queen and minus and destroy maybe the second History Benalia that would put another 2-2 in play and then make these bigger. I think I'm going to Golgari Queen and do that. Yeah, we've played some Haphazard Bombardment before. They're still going to get the +2/+1 this turn.
Before I make you disappear.
That one has 2. Yeah, this one has 2. Oh, no, I want the one with 1!
Want it gone? Consider it done.
Well, too late. Yeah, we played some Haphazard Bombardment before. That's a fun card. I like the decks that have Haphazard Bombardment. They're fun to play. It's not so bad. They don't get any pump this turn. Have to wait till next turn for some pump. Which honestly isn't that bad for us. It's probably good. So, I don't mind my play with Vraska. Alright, so that kills Vraska. Let's gain 2 life. Branchwalker trades with a Knight. Yeah, actually, this is actually going to work out fine. This may be better for us, honestly. Go to 10.
Curses, that hurt.
Okay, we're gonna need Ritual of Soot, Golden Demise, or or a land. Yeah, the Path of Metal deck could certainly get better. That was kind of a first try at it. Alright, Ritual of Soot, please. Alright, so Choop kills 1. Well, then we're still taking lethal. Alright, we need our sweepers. Playing 2 Duress over the other 2 Shamans. But this just in. Curving History Benalia into History Benalia plus Venerate Luxodon. Is very good. Just for 1 card? I mean, they have, you know, History Benalia, but then they also have Heroic Reinforcements, seeing Conclave Tribunal, Lava Coil. I would assume they have a Johnny as well. Yeah, but it's definitely History and Heroic Reinforcements are the cards we want to duress. Those are the 2 main ones. Ooh. Seven mana? I think we can do that. Yeah. Let's keep it. We're gonna have like Finality on turn 6 and kill everything. Or yeah, and then we'll lead that into Spider. But I guess that's gonna be the Land Werewolf dying also. So, you know, we're certainly gonna need more lands from Jade Light here. From our last Jade Light. And our Squire. It's kind of tough. Hey, EOD guy, getting the 501. Just had to get that extra 1. Thanks, EOD guy. I appreciate it. Let's go through the deck. There's a Johnny. That would have been a good card to dress.
We stand together. Look how far you have come.
Alright, so I Chupacabra one of those knights, and then have everything attack a Johnny. They block Jade Light and Jade Light, or they block Jade Light Branchwalker, and it takes 4. I think that's the flavor on Jade Light Ranger. Just exploring real good. Yeah. That's why, yep, that's why she's a ranger. She's ranging around, exploring a bunch. You don't really see merfolk in, like, buildings walking around very much.
Perhaps there is a peaceful solution.
Okay. Johnny down. And I'm chump blocking with the Chupacabra here, because like they cast heroic reinforcements, I chump with Chupacabra. I cast Finality. Gonna need 2 more lands for this spider. Tajik. Well, I get to just kill Tajik if they just attack out with everything. I don't know if that's even worth it if I'm planning on Finality. I guess I can delay the Finality, though. Alright, just attack with that thing. Let's save our life. So I could cast Spider right now, but only 4 Undergrowth. I could just find and put Chupacabra Jade Light back in hand. Nah. We got the battlefield taken up. We got it pretty good locked up. That's certainly worth it. Alright, we're going to save as much life as we can. Hey, Nerdgirl. Yeah, this spider now at 8. We do need another land, though. So we're going to need another land for Spider. Or, of course, casting Ritual so because they know about it. And Find Finality has, you know, more uses. So they got 3 cards. We're at 18. I just won the game versus Turbo Fog after an hour and 15 minutes. Ugh. Yuck. the other 2 cards in their hand. Yeah, a Flying Ling. That's impressive. All right, do we spider now or finality? No, let's spider. All right, we got spider for 8. I guess, yeah, we find broker. Good. I think I'm gonna put Wildgrowth Walker back into play. I'm gonna put Wildgrowth Walker into play, and I can just use find to get. I also have the Memorial of Folly, and find I can get 2 Jade Light Rangers. I would like to keep Finality, though. I would like to just actually cast Finality. So I don't really want to find for 2 Jade Lights. I think next turn I'm just going to Memorial to Folly for 1 Jade Light and play the 1 Jade Light. Not too surprised they had removal there. Yeah, there's 3 Jade Lights in the graveyard. Total. I'm gonna go get 1. Graveyard. I don't have any Vivians or Vraskas in my deck, I don't think. I think those are all in my sideboard, hanging out over there. Do I Finality now? Or should I actually just be finding and getting 2 J Lights again? Go through my deck more? And why did my opponent not attack with Healer's Hawk? I think it's better to play 2 Jade Lights than kill these 4 crappy creatures. Jade Lights just, like, the Jade Lights by themselves trade with the Knights. That's a good card. Well, now I don't really want to play the other Jade Light because I already know what I'm drawing, and I know what I want to, like, that I'm going to draw it, and I want it. I want a Jade Light whenever, you know, to help fix our draws. All right, and we got there. Opponent packed it in. All right, 1-1. Wildgrowth Walker in the sideboard. Good idea. Good card there. Spider wins. Spider wins. Yeah, whenever Teferi and Nexus of Fate rotate from standard, I am going to be very happy. Very happy. You know, of course, I played some Teferi Nexus of Fate decks also. You know, I play kind of everything, but I don't think that those add to the enjoyment level of games of Magic for people. Next fall is when they rotate. Towards the end of September, beginning of October, around there. So this Glowspore Shaman, it really helps, like, does a whole lot for us here of like making sure that we hit land drops, but putting the lands back on top. Kind of like the explore things, but you know, we do actually have to draw the lands. But then the find broker, but then once we get the lands, then the find brokers can return like the things that we milled into our graveyard. So good combination there between Glowspore Shaman and Golgari Find Broker. No, rotation only happens once a year in Magic. Alright, no lands there, but we're getting our Undergrowth filled up. Nothing will happen to your collection on Arena when rotation happens. You'll still have everything in your collection and everything. You won't lose any cards or anything like that. You won't be able to play any cards from Dominaria, Ixalan, M19, or Rivals of Ixalan in Standard anymore. There will most likely be other ways to still play those cards, though. That's just still being decided what those ways will be. Two mana 3/1s do end games quickly. Alright, I'm getting Jade Light because we're going to have to look for some more lands to get towards our top end here. I really want to cast the Spider because the Spider has reach, so the Spider can deal with Phoenix or potential Drakes. That's horrible for us. Yeah, they have lethal in the air next turn. Maximize Velocity is a great card. Every time I play against Drakes, when they have Maximize Velocity, I lose. For the most part, it's so hard to beat that card, unless you have lots of interaction. So we're getting Contempt in. I guess bringing all these Duresses, because we don't have a lot of great interaction, so we're gonna be bringing those in to try to help us out. I actually like Wildgrowth Walker. This is not a matchup for Izoni. Izoni's coming on out, and I honestly don't really like Carnage Tyrant that much, considering we have these other 5s and 6s. I don't want more 5s and 6s. So that's 63. Find Broker getting Chupacabra, Vivian, or Vraska could be nice, but Find Broker itself being a 3/4 against Drakes is not a good body, so we're going to go ahead and take those out. And one more card is probably going to be a Shaman, with us bringing in the Wildgrowth Walkers. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to play more than 60, but it's not really advised to. It's not going to be... You're not going to have an ideal deck playing more than 60, so everybody plays 60. Glowspore still fills a lot of roles in the deck for us, with, you know, helping us hit land drops by being able to get a land that gets milled over. And also helping out our Undergrowth for Spider. I mean, Spider can still, you know, we have Spider for like 5 or 6. We can put a Vivian or a Vraska into play and have those be able to like kill a Drake and have a Spider to block a Drake. It's certainly the card that can, that has like a really high upside for us. Alright, good start for the opponent. I think I'm going to take Coil. They have a lot of spells to get that Phoenix back. I'm going to hopefully be able to contempt that Phoenix next turn. I'm going to have Cast Down is going to be for Electromancer. Contempt for Phoenix. Looks like they... Oh, they only have one blue source, though. Right. No Harpooner in the 75. Do you think Golden Demise is an important sideboard card in Arena Best of 3 meta? I mean, it depends on the deck and everything, but yeah, I like Golden Demise a lot. Getting rid of Adanto Vanguard is certainly beneficial. Our opponent's kind of in a bind without having very much blue mana. They kept both cards with Discovery? Is that true? Yeah, because they cast Chart, of course, discarded that. I duressed the other one. They just kept both cards, yet they don't have a land. They just kept some card on top that's not a land. How could they do that? Alright, Alien Toe Shot. Check you later. Yeah, don't know what they kept, but it doesn't feel like they should have kept it. Okay, potentially 2 Phoenixes back now. Could be a Shock that they kept as like something to do with red mana. They kept that card too. Alright, so 2 Phoenixes. I don't think I cast down either one. I don't know, maybe. Nope. So 2 more lands before we get to Spider. Alright, so I got 2 extra mana out of that Electromancer. That's a good draw. That like, we get to play that plus cast down. It's good. Hit us a couple lands. That's a good draw. And we can spider next turn, but it's only spidering for 4. And we know the spider will likely die to the beacon bolt. You know, I really want to be spidering for like 6. Another Contempt. Another Jade Light. This is tough. Yeah, I can't really kill the Arclight Phoenix because of the, like, you know, they just get it back. This is tough. We really, like, we can't really get this, can't really get this Arclight Phoenix out of here. Spider could find Spider can find Wild Growth Walker. I think it's still our best card to play here. Wild Growth Walker would be very good. Why was that third card Contempt? All right, we're closer to finding Walker. I don't think I have Golden Demise in my deck. I'm pretty positive I don't have Golden Demise. Phoenix is tough for us with only having 3 Contempts, and I'm getting the 2 Phoenixes down early. It was really tough for us. Because even if they had Drakes earlier instead of Phoenixes, I could have answered Drakes with Cast Down and Vivian a lot easier. The Phoenixes in particular. No. No Walker. Alright, opponent, you got us. I know that matchup in general is one that we've talked about is a really tough matchup for our deck. Yeah, Drake's would have been better for us. The Phoenix was a huge problem. Phoenix was tough. Yeah, we started off so good when we were playing this deck originally, and we're just getting worse and worse results, but 1 and 2, we did just play strong opponents on strong decks, and you know, they got the better of us. That happens for sure. Just such a small sample. But thanks for the donation, deck, for this one yet again. And you know, we'll keep working on it. We'll keep working on it. But all right, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to do that so you can follow along for all the updates, all the videos, and check out another one.